Sasa tumesema siku ya leo tukisherekea baba amerudi, na nimesema nitakuja kuuliza watu wangu wote kwanza mwelekeo, tujue mwelekeo, sio sisi si watu wa kufuasa watu hovyo hovyo.
Ladies and gentlemen, ever since Raila Amolo Odinga lost the AUC seat, so many things have been speculated in the country and so many political activities are taking place. Now, here Kenyans are asking, what will Raila Amolo Odinga do? We must agree that as we speak right now, Raila Amolo Odinga is caught up between a hard place and a rock, where he has to choose either William Ruto or Kenyans. Choose greed or legacy. That is going to form the basis of this analysis here today, ladies and gentlemen. But before I take you through, first of all, let me tell you thank you so much for those supporting my channel. I have not been posting videos for the last at least 4 days. It's because I've been feeling unwell. Nimekuwa na shida na homa kubwa sana ambayo imenichukua hadi sasa hivi jaisha vizuri. Lakini nashukuru sana for those who have been patiently waiting for me to post videos for you guys to watch. Thank you so much. God bless you. Keep subscribing, following for the videos that we do here. Let me dive into the topic today. Now, the fact remains that Raila Amolo Odinga is in problem. We have to agree that I actually even suggested it in another video. If there was time Raila Amolo Odinga was to fix this country, it was the time when he was supposed to forgo the AUC seat and remain in the country, fix the country with William Ruto after the 25th June 2024. But instead, Raila Amolo Odinga got his favor and left for AU. After going for AU, his expectations were that he was going to win the AUC seat. William Ruto assured him. William Ruto supporters said that he has never lost an election. In every by-election he has been supporting the country, he wins. In every election that he has participated, he wins. Now, being an election again at the AUC and being one of the greatest mobilizers in Africa, William Ruto is going to win the seat through Raila Amolo Odinga. Unfortunately, things were the opposite way, where Raila Amolo Odinga lost the seat. Now, as we speak today, Raila Amolo Odinga is back to Kenya and is in a position where he should choose to stay with William Ruto or go to Kenyans. According to me, I know very well that, and I've done videos on this, Raila Amolo Odinga, whether we like it or not, he has to give back the hand that helped him. He has to give back to William Ruto because he lent his support, financial support, and manpower that enabled Raila Amolo Odinga to carry out the campaigns across the African continent. So therefore, and I'm sure that even appointment of John Mbadi, of course, Pio Wandai, Ali Hassan Joho, and Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya to the cabinet, that was a clear indication that Raila Amolo Odinga is also in the cabinet. Now, he's having his people there. And William Ruto had assured him that he is going to be loyal to Raila Amolo Odinga. And the fact remains that William Ruto's interest was not necessarily to make Raila Amolo Odinga win. Is to prove loyalty to Raila Amolo Odinga, who eventually will come and support him in case he wins or he loses. The fact remains that William Ruto is the greatest beneficiary of Raila Amolo Odinga's loss in the AU. So the fact remains now again that Raila Amolo Odinga has a debt to pay to William Ruto. So I'm convinced strongly within me that Raila Amolo Odinga probably he must support William Ruto come 2027. However, Raila Amolo Odinga has come out to indicate that there's a possibility he will stand with the people. And if he's sincerely going to stand with the people of Kenya have said it clearly that they don't want William Ruto come 2027. So will Raila Amolo Odinga abandon William Ruto and then go ahead to stay with the Kenyans, vie for presidency, or even support someone else like Gachagua or Matiang'i? That's a question Raila Amolo Odinga can answer. But assuming Raila Amolo Odinga will stand with the people, assuming he will stand with the people of Kenya, here are the reasons, things I feel strongly that Raila Amolo Odinga must do if he decides to stand with the people. Number one, we must ensure that there's accountability. One of the things that is troubling the country right now is the issue of the loans that we borrowed during Uhuru Kenyatta's time and Ruto's time. These loans have crippled the economy of this country, and we all know that very well. But we don't know how much has been paid, how much was spent, or what were these money used for. And Kenya has been asking even on 25th June 2024 that we want a clear audit of the public debt. That has not been done. We hope that they said by March, it's going to be there March 31st. We hope that it's going to be released and it will be a sincere plan that indeed this and that is what has been spent on the loans that were borrowed and what has been paid is this and that amount. Now, the second thing of accountability, it is where leaders come on board and they don't deliver for the people of Kenya. We want the cabinet secretaries on board to do their job and actually be accountable. Come out and explain this and that. For instance, we have the recent CS, Alfred Mutua, who literally decided to tell Kenyans to collect some amount of money. And it's alleged that he told Kenyans to collect this amount of money. And then this amount of money was supposed to be used to help them go to some jobs, maybe in Qatar. And these people paid money which they have not received. And they have not received the job offers yet. And they are not even being helped at all by the Ministry of Labour. So the fact remains as we speak today that Alfred Mutua is not accountable. That's just one of the examples. There are so many other examples, like now Kipchumba Murkomen. You have Kenyans who are dying in Turkana, but he cannot account. He's not accountable. He cannot resign because he has failed, because he wants to stay in power. Accountability is what people want, especially Kenyans, on what is happening, which is supposed to happen to the people of Kenya. Now, another thing that Raila Amolo Odinga must do is the compensation of the young men and women who lost their lives during the 25th June protest 2024 and even before and after. This young man, Raila Amolo Odinga, came out and promised that he's going to ensure they have been compensated. They are yet to be compensated. And these kind of things that have happened before, they make Raila Amolo Odinga's name to be tarnished. To redeem himself to the youths, he might do that. But it is not likely it can happen. Now, another thing that Raila must do is to ensure that William Ruto has reduced wastage. We have to admit as we speak today that wastage is one of the biggest things that we have in the country. Making unnecessary journeys, for instance, traveling to the western region, spending almost 500 million, and then you just launch a transformer, which could cost barely 100,000 or even barely 200,000. So the fact remains as we speak today, we've had a lot of wastage in the country, travels here and there. So this puts the country in a problem of seriously having most of its money being spent carelessly, and they keep borrowing, and the Kenyans eventually bear the cost. Very dangerous. Another thing that Raila Amolo Odinga must do is to ensure that the police officers who were involved in the killings of 2015, 2025 and beyond, the abductors, have been held into account. These people are known, these people are present in the country, and these people are known by the government. So if that happens, the youth of this country will feel good about it. However, we can't trust that they can get punished, but the fact remains that they deserve to be punished. Another thing we must admit here today that Raila Amolo Odinga must ensure it is that William Ruto himself has now changed his way of operation. First, we have to agree that William Ruto is not operating as a statesperson, as a president. To some extent, he takes some things into account more than what Kenyans themselves want. Like he's doing things to show that he's working, yet Kenyans want to see the fruits of his labor, of his hard work, of his, the money that the Kenyans pay as taxes. They want to see development projects coming on board. They're not seeing that, but William Ruto is saying that they exist. So in a nutshell, people are not even getting money in their pockets the way the president is suggesting that the economy is doing well. So in a nutshell, Kenyans really want the president to perform. However, apart from just Raila Amolo Odinga now deciding to stand with the people, is likely also to decide to stand with William Ruto. And what is expected if he stands with William Ruto? First, protect his properties. You know, Raila Amolo Odinga, it's alleged that he's the only sole supplier of gases in the entire country. And in case it happens that Raila Amolo Odinga has been, his business has been interfered with, probably is going to lose a lot. So the fact remains that Raila Amolo Odinga is getting to William Ruto to ensure that he's protected and expanded his businesses. That's the number one. Number two is generally to maintain employment opportunities for his friends and family members. Because as we speak right now, most of the Raila Amolo Odinga family members are in employment, either by election or by appointment. So the fact remains that as we speak today, that Raila Amolo Odinga has two choices: legacy or greed. I don't know what's your take if Raila Amolo Odinga decides to come on board and say this and that to Kenyans. But let me see in the comment section what you think about Raila Amolo Odinga right now. See you next time for more videos.